Hi guys, Dan and Sarah here again. This week we're gonna get our walls up hopefully. Right now these are the 12 footers for the side walls. Now I do know, buying lumber over the years, always measure them first. They're always going to be a little bit off on the 12-foot mark. There'll be a minimum of 12 foot, but they'll have to be trimmed down. Otherwise your walls could be off by as much, almost as an inch. Then once they're trimmed down to true 12 foot, what I did was I am putting my studs 24 inch on center. So I marked where the 24 inch for each stud's going to be. And now I'm just pre-pounding the nails, so when it comes to the point to where put the uprights in between, all I gotta do is just lay them out and nail them, which you'll see here in a second. Just remember that if you want these, this wall here is going to be 8 foot high. Now my uprights cannot be at 8 feet because I have to take into account the width of the top and bottom sills of the wall here that I'm getting ready right now. So when they say it's a 2x4, it's actually 1.5 inches by 3.5. So what I have to do is take the 3.5 plus 3.5 is 7 inches. So the uprights in between have to be cut down 7 inches. So the 2x4 is 96 inch. I do believe you got to bring that down to 89 inch. Then once you pound it all together, then it'll be from top to bottom, it'll be 8 feet. And that's what I'm after here. Now, like I said, with the nails already pounded into place and marked, it's pretty simple. Get your upright in between it, pound it together, and then your walls will start forming real fast. I like to do one side at a time. I think this makes it easier. That's just me. But there's all my uprights. Get them on the center line, make sure they're even. Pound them in. Fairly simple and easy process here. Just a little time consuming getting everything cut and put together. But like I said, once everything is cut, measured, and I've got the right length of the lumber, the rest goes by pretty fast. I would just tack the other side onto it and do the same process. It doesn't take long. Now you can screw this all together too. Me, I just decided I was going to nail the whole frame together. Everything else will have screws. Now later on today here, my friend will come over and he'll give me a hand putting the walls up, which you'll see. And there's my first wall all ready to be stood up. Now my second wall here, you can see I'm marking my 24 inch. So I know where to put the nails. trust me, it does go by real fast. It doesn't take long. Oh, and as a general rule of thumb, whatever you're going to attach it with, the width of the 2x4 is, like I said, 1.5 inches, so you're going to want to double that. So the nails I'm using here are 3-inch, so I have 1.5 inches into the wood, which should hold it just fine. And as you can see, the nails are sticking out there right at the 24-inch mark. That's where the uprights have to line up with. And like I said, it goes by fairly quickly. I think this was all done in roughly about an hour. Just one person. Now my friend came over and he helped me get the walls up. Sorry I didn't get no video part of that. Fairly simple. Get them upright. Go ahead and brace them so they stay in place and they're not going to fall over. Then add another wall. Now right now we're just bracing the walls to keep them square. At this point it's by no means real stable. This just helps keep everything lined up. So as we put the rest together, it keeps it fairly straight. So, and measure, 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 measure low, measure high. You have to make sure the measurements are right on there. You see us adjusting the wall a bit for our space. Now at this point, the measurements are 8 foot to the outside and 12 foot to the outside. Same here, we're going to level it. Make sure the uprights are even. Then at that point, the walls are straight up and down, and it is getting square. Now this is just a support. The front wall hasn't been built yet. That's where the door will go. So you can see we're off a little bit here. We just need to get a support up. Now we have the walls up and we now are putting the T111. This is on the north side. There's no sense in putting the clear plastic on this side. There's no sun that gets here. On the inside of the wall, I am going to put Mylar to help reflect the light from the south. It'll be nice and bright in there. The T111, once that goes up, the wall does stay pretty solid. It's going to stay square and it's going to stay true because the T111 isn't going to move. Just make sure on the T111 that the overlapping edges are on the right side. You don't want a gap. This way it helps keep the water out. But you can see how fast this went up. This didn't take nothing at all. The longest part on this is just getting everything screwed into place. So today we've got the 3 walls up. We've got her squared. We've got the T111 on the north wall. And then we put a half sheet on the east wall. The neighbor's fence is shading a lot of it. So the back wall, we put another sheet across the back wall down at the bottom. And we will put a 2-foot window up on top for more light. But this right here is a pretty good day's worth of work that we got going on right here. So far it's a good strong building and it should last many years to come. Looking forward to getting a lot of good vegetables out of this and fruits. Alright guys, till next time, please like and subscribe. Smash that like button.